What's up, boys? I'm Black Belt at the Fellas. Today we're going to talk about the SIG 226 and really Cole's introduction to 226 and how he had to live in a right-handed world, being the only left-handed shooter to survive the SEAL teams after the apocalypse, and really just having to figure it out on your own. I know a lot of guys have the exact same issues. We got a bunch of left-handed questions and kind of just put him on the spot. You know, we haven't ran this platform primary in quite a long time, but just some of the finger manipulations you have to do. I mean, we were just sitting here talking about it. Never had a left-handed instructor. I never remember them breaking you aside, showing you how to do this. It really just developing your own style of Kung Fu. They basically give you a baseline standard. They put you on the 5-yard line. This is a standard, make it happen. And I never remember them breaking anything down for you. You just had to figure it out because there was no left-handed options, no ambidextrous safety, slide releases, anything else. Oh, yeah, I mean, you want to break that bad boy out? Let's take a peek at it.
So, P226, formerly known as Mark 25, this was our introduction, you know, when we're 17, 18 years old, walking into buds even before the SEAL teams. So completely right-handed, nothing about it being left-handed. Iron sights, you know, well before the red dots. We thought a large capacity too was the 15-round mag, you know, the steel mags. I don't think it was until late 2008, 2010 when they started adding a little more capacity, you know, to this platform. You know, going from the double action, you know, initial trigger pull to the single action, the decock lever, no safety on here, but you know, no gas pedals, none of the modern day magwell stuff. But the standard was a standard. We always talk about it, whether, you know, daytime, nighttime, left-handed, right-handed. Our first day at Shaw's, it was, you got to figure it out. They definitely went over the right-handed drills, the manipulation of it. But, you know, being a lefty, I basically had to play a keyboard on this backside blind, and I had to feel my way kind of through it, through all the different standard shooting drills, malfunction drills.
Yeah, I mean, just from being a right-handed dude, it's really set up for everything that we already have on the 320, the Glocks and everything else. When I roll that thing over, that's my master grip. If I have to do a decock, I do a subtle little shift, and then I can come up and I can decock this whole thing. It makes it exponentially harder, and we'll break this thing down real slow so you guys can see it. Just the finger manipulation, it's like you're playing the flute. You have to be super dynamic. You can't roll this thing over and get a thumb release, so you have to decide, is it gonna be your middle finger, your pointer finger, some combination thereof? Like, you got a lot of different stuff going, and we just said the time standard never changes. It doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed. Reality is reality. If we all set on that, I will say that I love the way that 226 feels in your hand. I'm not the best at shooting a 226. I just never was. That double action trigger pull really whooped my ass for a long, long time. And that really is a safety mechanism. That is a very long trigger pull. And for all the guys' duty that have to carry that thing, you know exactly what we're talking about. We used to always, you know, make fun, like, Brad would just fire the first one on the ground just to cock the damn thing. Like, we're shooting a 6-plate rack and you'd see dudes start to cheat. They'd take that hammer and cock it back. Like, oh, you fucking cheater. Make them decock it on the line. It's the same kind of thing. But really, for all the guys that had the left-handed issues, it wasn't until a couple years ago that anybody even gave a shit about you guys. They just didn't. The blanket ride across the military, law enforcement, nobody ever thought about making one. I think Stag Arms, one of the first ones I ever saw that made ambidextrous controls for a carbine, that everybody else started following suit. And really because the left-handed population made such a stink about it. And it is the truth, man. Like, if you're not giving those guys a platform to have them run at 100%, just like you are the right-handed guys, now they're at a deficit. And you really have to have some out-of-the-box thinking to learn how to figure this out. And I think dudes will find it fascinating to watch how you had to make that up, because I mean, I only have a handful of lefties that I work with. You, Damien, a couple of random dudes, when you watch them do it, oh man, it's at the same time standard. Like, I'd be pissed if I was a lefty. Fortunately for Cole, he's ambidextrous, but having to shoot the entire time.
Yeah, mainly down the foundation of pistol shooting for us, even going to the 320, the Glock 19s, those things. Still can't break the habits of some of the finger manipulation. Even I leave it right-handed. Yeah,
I mean, even like the cadence they used to say in Shaw's, finger out, thumb, decock, holster, thumb, retain. Like, that whole thing, I still have that same methodology going through my head the entire time. I still cap the back of it, thumb, holster, retain. I still do the exact same thing. But I think it'll be interesting for them to watch you kind of manipulate this thing.
Yeah.
Want to shoot a little bit?
Yeah, let's go through some of the drills.
Yeah, let's check it out.